She will see her first action against Kenzie Page.
How's it going, everybody? Just starting it up a few minutes early, so we'll see how things are going here. We saw the first half hour. I watched AEW and NXT. Right now in AEW, we got Nyla Rose going against somebody that's not really named. So hopefully the audio issues are all fixed so that you guys can actually hear me this week, and I don't have to post 3 separate videos so that you guys can actually hear me. So Nyla Rose against a no-name person on AEW. Nyla Rose is destroying whoever this lady is. I didn't catch her name. So, and on NXT, we have Jack Gallagher versus Tozawa for that cruiserweight tournament. So, starting to get adjusted to the Jack Gallagher the new tattoos, the new look he's doing. But I like him. He's very athletic. So, just getting everything set up here. So hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can't, so I got a thing here that says Adam Cole defends the NXT title tonight against Dream. So it looks like Cole versus Dream is the main event for tonight. So that's really cool. Let's kind of see what's going on with AEW here. Nyla Rose, big lady. Oh, Swanton Bomb off the top ropes. Went for the 3 count, but actually pulled her up. So, all right, Nyla Rose is looks like she's just going to add insult to injury here.
Doesn't seem like she's done yet. She's not done yet.
All right. If you guys have any questions, any comments, want to talk about anything while I'm watching this, trying to let you guys know what's going on, you just let me know. So let me grab my water real quick. And in that little second that I got my water, Nyla Rose decided to finish off her opponent. So I'm going to switch back to NXT here and watch Tozawa versus Gallagher. I would say for this tournament, the cruiserweights have really stepped up their game and really put on an exciting match. I will admit, before this tournament, 13 Scorpios. Sounds good, champ. Today I was like, hey, maybe I should put the belt a little bit more front and center, but you know what? It's we'll keep it there. It looks good. I did decide to put up my pennants, my WCW pennants. So we got Nash right here. I didn't realize I actually had Big Papa Pump. So still looking for one of the 2 Macho Mans, and there's a Bret Hart WCW pennant. So who knows? I just thought they looked pretty good hanging from the shelf there. So, all right. Tozawa just hit a nasty DDT on Gallagher right on the ring apron. All right. Tozawa's up top, going for a high-risk maneuver. Just hit him with a senton. Got massive air on that senton. All right, so now in the tournament, Tozawa is 2-0. So that is a pretty good start for him. They're doing a replay of that tournament. But if you're just tuning in, it looks like NXT's main event tonight is actually going to be a really good one. And I don't know how AEW is going to combat that one, but it is Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream. So excited to see that. All right, so in Group B, Tozawa is at 2-0 This Isaiah Scott is at 1-1 in Group B. So only one undefeated in his group.
Fantasma is my next challenge.
Tozawa is just doing a little interview right now. It looks like El Fantasma is his next opponent. So he's just kind of giving him a message there. Oh, MJF doing a interview on AEW.
Comes back to work. His spot at the throne will be right where he left it.
So MJF, young guy, very talented on the mic.
Because that man's name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And
he really understands the mic skill and has that mic skill down fairly well.
Next week, I sit back on my throne.
So it looks like MJF is going to be back on next Wednesday's AEW. He was sitting in a chair. They replaced his. He got up. They replaced his chair with a throne. So MJF is in action next week. I will say MJF, when I first saw him, I couldn't stand him. And then you listen to him and hear these promos and understand. And you just see that he understands, probably one of the best people out there to give a promo. So that's not everybody can do that. He really understands it. So now AEW and NXT are both on commercial right now. So yeah, let's see. Like I pointed out, these WCW pennants. I don't know if anybody had an opportunity to buy the Macho Man a while back, and it was at a halfway decent price, and thing just keeps going up in price. These were like early I'd say probably mid 1990s. I think this was 96 actually that they started doing these pennants. So yeah. Got a couple new pops this week as well. If we take a look up there, we can see I picked up one of the. Where's the other one? Kofi Kingston. Where's he at? Let's put him up there. Just got those in today. For those wondering what shirt I'm wearing, yeah, it's the "You Can't Hurt This" Bray Wyatt tee. Can buy yours at www.shop.com.
Where the Witch of the West meets the King in the North.
Still on commercial for both shows, so. All right, so if you guys are just tuning in, if you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, I'm over here watching NXT and AEW Live, kind of letting you know what's going on in both shows. So taking some of the hard work out of it for you guys, so you don't have to guess what's on there. I'll let you know so you guys can tune in or just go back and see if you missed something. AEW started out with Cody Rhodes versus Janela. Pretty sound match. That was pretty good. NXT actually opened up with a really good one too with Dijakovic versus. Oh man, I always get put on this live and then I can't remember everything. Mr. Wrestling. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank here. I'll remember it in a minute. All right, so AEW's back. We got an interview with Sean Spears. Dijakovic versus Johnny Gargano. Oh my gosh. Don't know how that started out NXT. So see, we got a few more people just pop in. So if you have any questions, let me know. Let's get some questions going. All the FB sites just posted to Fortnite plays. Okay, not sure what that means, but okay. Not sure what that means. I'll figure it out. I know last week I said a few things and then afterwards, people that are watching, let me know. What did I mess up last week? Oh, yeah. Figure 4, not finger 4 leg lock. That's what I messed up last week. So if I mess up something, yeah, FBs. I know that was Facebook, but just posted too. So far we in the chat. 13 Scorpio. He says, sounds good, champ. Yep. 13 Scorpio is also just posted. Yep. Finger 4 is what I said last week. So thank you guys for reminding me and tuning in every week.
As a brother, I don't think I can live with that. For you, Cody, I think you've already proven.
Sean Spears is just doing his promo over here on AEW. Kind of mentioning Cody again. MJF and Sean Spears are at ringside, actually, exchanging money for some reason and drinking. They got Warlow in the back. So they're with Tony Schiavone doing an interview on AEW right now. NXT is showing Charlotte. So she's getting ready for her match tonight. Tonight's main event on NXT looks like it might be, it's going to be a really good one. Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream, you guys. So tell me what you guys think about that. Anybody else excited about that one? I'm not sure what AEW has for their main event tonight. So Xia Li is coming out on NXT. Getting ready for her match.
I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you. 100% though. I'm not only 100%, buddy. I'm overhealed. You are that kind of guy. Yeah, I'm that good.
All right, let's see. So switched it back over to AEW to see what's going on. They're still doing their interview.
By the way, you're going to make your comeback to wrestling next week. You've also now been signed for Double or Nothing to go up against Jungle Boy. Double or Nothing. JR, let's go back to you. Thank you, Tony.
So they just announced MJF versus Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, the son of late Luke Perry. If you guys are like, hey, Luke Perry, that name sounds familiar. If you're old enough, maybe you might remember the old 90210 guy that played Dylan. His son is Jungle Boy. So we got a match, looks like right now with SCU. So it looks like it's just Frankie Kazarian going to match, but he does have Daniels and Scorpion Sky out with them. Okay, so Xia Li is going against Chelsea Green on NXT. I don't know. What do you guys think about Chelsea Green? I just can't get over, her entrance is Tessa Blanchard. Maybe Tessa Blanchard copied her. I just seen Tessa Blanchard use the entrance first. So looks like she changed her hair up a little bit. Actually, this match just got started and it's only been going for about 30 seconds to a minute. And it's actually fairly pretty good opener here. So to this match. Xia Li just clotheslined the heck out of Chelsea Green, then kicked her in the face as she got up. So now we have another woman wrestler that just came out to ringside on NXT. Okay. Well, I don't want to get too caught up in that match. Let me see what's going on in AEW. AEW's on commercial. Good. I can turn it back to that match. And is anybody watching? They're going to be watching Money in the Bank this week. We will be doing a live chat. Okay, Chelsea Green already won the match. So that kind of came out of nowhere. Okay. So yeah, if anybody's Anybody watching Money in the Bank this week? Any thoughts? Find it interesting that they're going to be doing the male and the female Money in the Bank match at the same exact time. So that should put some interesting spots in there. I would expect to see Nia Jax mixing it up with some of the guys, possibly. Maybe even Shayna Baszler. But so both matches are taking place at the exact same time. There's 2 separate briefcases on the roof of the building. They kind of showed the ring on the building. They have some bushes on one side of the ring and stuff like that. I mean, when they told me I was on the roof, I'm like, all right, who's getting tossed off the roof? They're going to do some big spot since they're probably going to shoot it like the cinematic style. NXT has a Velveteen Dream interview right now.
We have reached our moment. We as in you and I. Adam Cole and the Dream. For the NXT Championship.
Interesting interview.
No, Adam Cole. It is not a dream.
All right, so yeah, he's just kind of promoting the match here later on tonight. What do you guys think for tonight's main event? Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream. I went on record last week. I was wrong. I thought Keith Lee was going to lose it because I thought he was going to be next in line. I still think Keith Lee is going to be next in line. It looks like Karrion Kross and Scarlett debut next. So that should be kind of interesting. But what do you guys think about tonight's main event on NXT with the Dream versus Cole? If there's someone out there, who do you think has that one? Me personally, I think Velveteen Dream. I don't think he's going to be the one that dethrones Adam Cole. I'm said it last week. I'm going to stick with it this week. Keith Lee is the guy to finally get the belt off of him. So if you guys think differently, let me know. So let's see what's on AEW right now. So NXT is on commercial. So if you're looking to watch something right now, we got Moxley. He's out for a match right now. So Moxley is actually going against Kazarian. So that should be interesting. Not a lot of questions today, but maybe we'll pick up here in a little bit. So they're just getting ready in their separate corners. Fortnite plays Cole versus 2. Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream is the main event tonight on NXT.
Really had a resurgence here in AEW, but right now he's wrestling his first singles match since January 20.
And that is for the NXT heavyweight title. So it is actually a match that actually has some meaning behind it. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm glad to see that Daniel Scorpio Sky walked away, allowing him to go one-on-one.
So an NXT is on commercial. AEW has Moxley right now going against Frankie Kazarian. So Fortnite Plays says he's going to vote against me. He thinks that Velveteen Dream is actually going to walk away with that one tonight. So let's see. Let's see which one of us is right. Am I right? Is Fortnite Plays right? So, all right, yeah. Let's see what else. No new questions. Okay.
A career-defining victory for Scorpio Sky. This could be this could be the start of Frankie Kazarian's singles run here.
NXT is not back up yet. So Killer Cross, he's going by something here. I just said it a couple minutes ago. That's how bad my memory is, you guys. So he's debuting next with his real life girlfriend Scarlett Bordeaux, I believe it's pronounced.
I don't know if I've ever been around anybody in wrestling that was as mentally tough and as intense as John Moxley.
So I have it right now on Moxley and Kazarian.
Do something like this. Remind everybody that Double or Nothing pay-per-view is coming up on the 23rd. That's Saturday, May 23rd.
So AEW has their next pay-per-view is May 23rd, Double or Nothing. 13 Scorpio says, I think that due to everything controversy around him, probably not unless this match was recorded a long time ago. For those that are kind of wondering what that comment means, there was some things that Velveteen Dream has been accused of, sending adult-rated pictures to underage girls. So not sure how that all played out, but even if that was even before that, I don't think Dream is, he just came back not too long ago, a couple months ago, but I think he's not ready. I think once Keith Lee hit the scene, Keith Lee just kind of, he wasn't a fan of him at first, and I thought everything he did at Survivor Series and at the Royal Rumble, you either got to bring him up to the main roster or you got to put the belt on him. But don't get me wrong, I actually am a big fan of Adam Cole, so I don't actually want to see him lose the belt anytime soon. Sometimes I get annoyed that they have the belt on somebody for so long, but I don't, I think there's still more for him to do. So if I remember correctly, Adam Cole's actually had it since Tommaso Ciampa, who had to vacate the belt. So that was almost a year ago, because he's already back from his neck injury. So Kazarian's got Moxley in a side headlock. So that's what's going on there. NXT is back from commercial here. So it says 2 title matches tonight on NXT. Oh my. So Killer Cross, there's actually fog in the ring right now. Just picks up the guy, does like a side suplex right on the guy's head and neck. Oh, and then actually, I guess there's going to be a NXT Women's Championship match tonight. It's going to be Charlotte Flair defends her belt against Io Shirai. So that's pretty good. Finn Balor looks like he's going to be on the show tonight. So NXT actually has a stacked card. I think the couple weeks I've been doing this, I would say AEW's had a better product. But tonight the NXT is putting on. Okay, not really a big fan of Cross's finish here. He does get like the legs wrapped around him from behind and just kind of just chokes him out. Almost a rear naked choke, but not quite as smooth like Samoa Joe. So it looks like Fortnite Play said he's switching to Cole because he did not know about the drama with Dream. We'll see how Killer Cross does here on NXT. I wasn't a fan of him on Lucha Underground. I didn't think he really brought that much to the table on TNA. And then Scarlett, she had the Smoke Show, which on TNA, and that segment was always kind of lame for me. So that move's called a Doomsday Saito. When he gets him in you'd have to see it. Okay, he calls that move a cross jacket. It kind of looks like kind of looks like a modified cross-faced chicken wing. Fortnite plays. I'm sorry, Taz does it better than Samoa Joe. Okay. All right, impressive Fortnite plays. That comment shocked me right there. I wasn't expecting to see Taz show up in my comment feed, but yeah, Taz does do it. Taz, the human suplex machine. Unfortunately, his wrestling career ended a little bit too soon due to injuries. I was always a big fan of Taz. Taz just portrayed just a bad dude. I mean, so now they're just hyping up the Io Shirai versus Charlotte match. I really like Io Shirai. I would love to see her win, but it's against Charlotte, and Charlotte's the face. She's the real face that runs the place. So, unfortunate. I think Kira Sane and Io Shirai, they don't get enough credit.
I am going to dominate Io Shirai. So there is no
Fortnite plays. He was really good in ECW. WWE job to mount. Didn't know what to do with him. I agree. I definitely agree with that. So AEW has a Scooby-Doo commercial going on, but at the same time on the little side screen, they actually have the Moxley match still going on. So it looks like that what I do notice on AEW that they have two different show days here going on, because the first match was actually looked like it was outside. So the arena was a little bit different. And NXT is on a break right now. So,
And we're back live here, ladies and gentlemen, in Jacksonville.
All right. AEW is back. Full screen now.
I guess the veteran Frank Kazarian, and it has been one hell of a physical contest. They fought outside, which Moxley loved. Oh, wow. So much force behind
All right, Moxley just hit Kazarian with a high knee to the temple. He fell back, rolled out of the middle rope. So now Kazarian is down on the ground. Moxley looks like he's going up to the top.
John Moxley took advantage of that. Moxley taking a big chance here. This is somewhat un-Moxley-like.
Looks like he was going for that diving elbow that he has done in the past.
Yeah, Kazarian, even with that fat leg, just put that boot up, and he caught Moxley on the chin. And you see him very stunned, very unsteady, John Moxley. Well, I'll show you this again. Moxley may be eating soup for a few days. A shot like that. Perfect timing by Kazarian on that.
Actually, that boot that he hit Moxley with, that was pretty good.
The momentum has changed. It has. Kazarian with plenty of force behind those blows as well. Kazarian escaped through the middle rope.
So, things that we have going on for the rest of the week here. You know, I do have some more unboxing stuff coming in. I might some all from Pro Wrestling Tees, some mystery stuff with these whole bunch of these minis. So I got a whole bunch of those. I'll probably do on camera once those come in. Some mystery T-shirts. I think I ordered some of their pins. So we'll see what pins that we get. So before then, when I do that video, I'll show the pins that I currently have or the little micro brawlers I have. We'll do those. So that's coming up here in the next week. Later on this week, we'll do a live panel. So we'll have 3 of us on here. It's most likely going to be myself, Dan, and Devin Diamond. So talking about the upcoming Money in the Bank. So I'm not sure if we'll do that live or if we'll tape it. And then You know, I don't know. I think maybe live might be kind of interesting if I can get that to work so that you guys can, you know, ask questions as we go as well. But we'll see. I'll play around with some things. We'll also have a wrap-up show. So kind of just go over a result show of Money in the Bank and kind of talk about that one. So you guys can tune in and tell us what you think. I am excited for the Money in the Bank match itself this week. I think it's very creative, so I want to see if they do it any justice. All right, so just a promo here on WWE for WWEshop.com.
Matt Riddle, Timothy Thatcher. Last week, Imperium attacked him during the New Ebro show, and then challenged him to a match.
So now they're doing an interview with Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher.
I knew when we won these NXT tag team titles, we'd have a target on our back. But for Imperium to have the audacity to ruin the New Ebro show, I knew that looked anywhere. It's unforgivable. And then
And the heel of his boot to force Frankie Kazarian to break the hold.
All right, just flicking back between both of them, seeing what's going on here.
I think you knock him out, I'll tap him out. Sounds like Timothy Thatcher and Matt Riddle are up for the challenge.
Okay, so it looks like we're getting that first of the two title matches here. Io Shirai versus Charlotte. If I was going to be watching one of them, I'd probably be watching Io Shirai versus Charlotte match. We all know Moxley versus Kazarian. Kazarian's doing a pretty good job. They're making the Kazarian look really good right now, but I don't see a way that Kazarian beats Moxley.
Not a good move. And then Kazarian like, oh my God. Well, maybe Kazarian could land on the front row there. It's a very dangerous territory for both men. Moxley floats over. The full Nelson applied. Oh, wow. Great standing switch. German suplex. With the release.
Kazarian just hit Moxley with the release German suplex.
Standing switch is such an elementary move, but it takes something.
So that's what's going on here. On AEW, Moxley, Kazarian, NXT has Io Shirai, first of two title matches versus Charlotte, and that's going to be starting here any second.
Kazarian very clearly has his bell rung. He is unsteady on his feet. He charges in, and Moxley, with all the force in the world, throws that clothesline and takes Kazarian down. And this is a show-stealing matchup. Kazarian certainly made a mistake by hitting the ropes that time, and look at this. Look, he's going to win it.
Oh, Kazarian with the small package on him, or kind of a roll up. Trying to roll him up again. Keeps getting a 2 count. All right, then he just suplexed him into the turnbuckle. So, suplex Moxley into the turnbuckle.
But can he close this deal? And that's the key, JR. You're exactly right. Can he close the deal? He's got the
I do like this gear that Moxley's wearing. It's definitely better than once he left WWE and he went to New Japan and he was wearing those like tight bicycle shorts. You know, that didn't scream that was working for him, for me at least. So Moxley just followed Kazarian up top. Looks like he was going to try to do something, some sort of suplex off the top, but Kazarian fought him off. Oh, out of nowhere. Moxley just hit the paradigm shift on Kazarian, and that is it. Moxley wins. Okay, they're just doing a main event intro for Io Shirai and Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair defending the championship
So 13 Scorpion wants to know who's the better show for the first hour. Yeah, I would have to say that AEW just didn't do enough for me in this first hour. And I think NXT actually had a little bit more, a little bit better of a show this so far this week. So I would give the first hour definitely to NXT. I think they put a really good, strong card on. Tozawa, that cruiserweight match, that was actually a really good match. Opening up with Dijakovic and Johnny Gargano. And we still have, going into hour 2, we just started the women's title match. We still have Finn Balor coming up, and we still have Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream. I'm interested to see what AEW has, but NXT has the big guns out this week. So Io Shirai is doing some pretty impressive things, just kind of doing what she does in the beginning. I just think that here in America, you got Io Shirai, you got Asuka and Kairi Sen, such great talents, but that language barrier, even with like Shinsuke Nakamura, I think really does hurt them. I know Asuka's just kind of playing it up where it seems like she's her words that she's screaming out and just kind of acting out. Is that an actual complete sentence in her language, or what's going on? It's kind of working for her, but it's also kind of annoying at the same time, which is unfortunate because I do think that all 4 of those names that I just mentioned are very talented individuals. But I guess I can see from a WWE standpoint, I couldn't make them the face of my company if their English skills are not really up to par. I can't send them out to do appearances and stuff like that when it just makes things a little bit harder. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think?
This, Mr. Moxley.
All right, now AEW. Okay, has the Dark Order. Brody Lee. They came out. Looks like they attacked Dean Ambrose or John Moxley.
Certainly not the same person they used to look eye to eye with you in the past. I am a leader. I make lives extraordinary. And at any point,
So it looks like Brody Lee now has 2, 4, 6, 7.
Distinguished men will stand
7 people following him. I don't see
themselves for me. And we
some of his other guys that he normally has there. So he's got a big group forming here.
But let me apologize ahead of time. You are the unfortunate soul that has come into possession with something that I want.
So Brody Lee is now mentioning that he's not the same guy that looked eye to eye with him in the past. So got a little WWE reference there. Now he's saying, hey, unfortunately, he has the belt and he wants the belt. So,
but you have the crown jewel of professional wrestling, and this is a challenge for the AEW World Championship. But I don't know if you're reasonable, Mox. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are. I don't know if you're an actor. I don't know if you're a movie star now, an MMA fighter, a rebel. I don't know what you are. Or if you're just a scared little fatherless boy from Cincinnati.
So Brody Lee really stepping up the game since leaving WWE.
Or we will make you.
What does he mean by that? He said answer the challenge of it.
So he just challenged him for the belt, probably at the pay-per-view coming up here on the the 23rd, or are they going to push it to the next one? I don't think this feud has been built up enough, so if he does accept it for the 23rd, I think it's not going to be a true finish. I do think this has to continue on a little bit. All right, Brody Lee just ordered the Dark Order to just pummel Moxley. Brody Lee is leaving the ring. So Moxley did accept the challenge. Brody Lee standing on the entryway, looking at the carnage that he ordered, and I see SCU is laying around. So while I was watching the NXT, flicked over to NXT to let you guys know what's on there. Looks like I missed them beating down SCU. So AEW is on commercial right now. So and NXT is on commercial right now. So no new questions. So you know what? Oh, since there's no new questions, and I happen to have my phone right here. Let's see what pop. I didn't update my Instagram and do my pop a day. So where did I leave off? Oh, all right. So we'll do this here.
Samsung Galaxy A20 phones, all on our super reliable, super fast network. As an essential service, Boost Mobile is committed to keeping you.
All right. So I got the picture on my pop a day. So while I'm waiting, now Charlotte and Io Shirai is there. But I'll update my Instagram at Fake Club. Fortnite plays. How many pop figures do you have? Well, if we're talking about just the WWE Funko Pops that you see back here, I don't know, probably like 75 of them. I don't know. I have probably about 90% of the WWE ones that are out. And then my son has some pop figures, and stepson has some pop figures, and the girlfriend has some pop figures. So now we got a fair share of Funko Pops. So all right, so let's see. Now I'm going to try to do 3 things at once. So let's update that Instagram here if I can find it. So right now, Io Shirai is getting the best of Charlotte.
Blair has demanded the best in competition, and she certainly is getting it tonight.
Just updating Instagram here with that Funko Pop a day. So Charlotte went up for a moonsault and actually missed it. On Io Shirai moved out the way. Okay, so we updated that. Almost forgot to update my Funko Pop a day. Fortnite plays. So have you been in wrestling? So have you been there in wrestling your whole life? So yeah, wrestling has been in my life since even before I was born. As a baby in Texas, and my dad said him and my mom would watch wrestling while she was pregnant. And when I was born, I've been watching wrestling my whole life. Something that me and both my brothers have watched. My one brother got out of it. Me and my other brother talk about it all the time. We do it actually on my YouTube channel, me versus my brother. We got to bring our sisters in there, and when they were younger, we got my son, my stepson. We got his son in there. So yeah, wrestling has been part of my life since I was born. Now, if you've been wondering how long I've been wrestling, I personally have been wrestling. I've been wrestling since I was a kid, you know, backyard and stuff like that, and creating a ring in my basement and all the fun stuff, or in the backyard, you know, whatever. But actually being able to get to do it on the indie scene as of, I believe, 2003 is when I started. So now I did take a couple years off in there, but so ooh, Io Shirai went for a moonsault. Okay, interesting finish to the match. Io Shirai went for a moonsault to the outside. Charlotte moved, but Charlotte moved and hadn't had a kendo stick ready and got herself disqualified. And now she just smashed her knee against the apron, smashed it against the ring post. So it looks like she's setting her up for the finger. See, now 13 Scorpios in my head here. For the figure 4. Oh, nope. Io Shirai broke that. Oh, one of my son's favorite NXT people, Rhea Ripley, just came out. She's attacking Charlotte here. So it looks like Dustin Rhodes is okay. Let's see. So yeah, Rhea Ripley came to the save on there. So Fortnite plays Ultimate Dream match. Macho Man versus Velveteen Dream. Okay, that's a dream match for some. Mine would be, I would like to see Macho Man versus CM Punk, personally. Somebody else has a dream match out there. What are some dream matches that you guys would like to see? So Fortnite Play says Macho Man versus Velveteen. I think Macho Man is a great pick. Macho Man versus CM Punk. I know the 2-pack action figures. I had to get those. So that was one that my son has, the CM Punk Macho Man one. So who would your guys' dream match be? Take somebody from old, put it in with someone new like Fortnite Plays did with Macho Man and Velveteen.
When I quit vaping, I had a lot more energy. I'm someone that has done it, and it's not worth the consequences.
So NXT is on commercial. AEW has. Okay, so it wasn't Dustin. It was Dustin's tag team partner, and he's going against the Murder Hawk guy. So
the first ever TNT champion here, and that is none other than Lance Archer. Look, he wants to be hitting and QT Marshall,
all right, so yeah, Lance Archer, man, this guy is just, dude's tall. I mean, he looks like a bad dude. He fights kind of like that was nasty. Oh, so we actually got Jake the Snake sitting out at ringside. I didn't recognize him. It was just an older gentleman out there. Had a mask on. So yeah, Lance Archer is just destroying this guy. So it looks like AEW has a Wrestling Dark on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock on YouTube. So if you want to know more AEW information, AEW Dark, and it is with Taz. So Taz is doing commentary for that. 13 Scorpio. Disco Inferno versus Fandango. That would be a very interesting match, actually. I don't know how great it would be, but that would definitely be. I know the younger people, if they're watching, they might know who Fandango is, but not too many people know about Glenn Gilberti, the Disco Inferno. Basically, same gimmick, different era.
Juicy, and other adjectives. Famous Darwin cheese or Western bacon cheeseburger. Buy one, get one for just $1. Only Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
All right, AEW's on. They're both on commercial, so I'm gonna take a look here, see if I can see any pops that might trigger like a dream match here. You know what? I do. This one did trigger. In their primes, you get Bray Wyatt versus Jake the Snake Roberts. Just because the psychological warfare in that, just thinking about it, I am getting chills just thinking about it. That would be the mind game it played. I mean, so if anybody's watching that, what do you think? My another dream match. Bray Wyatt versus Jake the Snake Roberts. Just because of the psychological warfare and the ring psychology would just be crazy. Fortnite plays. That's like putting the Spirit Squad against the Usos. Okay.
Now we focus on the Cruiserweight division and the intro Cruiserweight Championship Tournament.
All right, so we got another Cruiserweight match on NXT going on right now. Fortnite plays. What does that mean? But that's like putting the Spirit Squad against the Usos. That seems one-sided. The Usos would definitely win that. All right, so NXT Kushida, he's part of Group A. He is 1-0 right now. So he's looking at the belt. Not sure what's up with this Marty McFly look that he has when he comes out. He has the orange vest. He has the space age glasses. I don't know. He looks like Marty McFly to me. So NXT, AEW's on commercial. NXT they're getting ready to start that match. So who is Kushida going against? We will find out here in just a moment. So if you guys like the Funko Pops in the back, I have been posting a Funko Pop a day at Fake Club on Instagram. So if you want to see them, I had about 5 or 6. I just started that one last week, so I'll be posting those. I also have some pictures with my son and some of the wrestlers that we've met, and that was actually the ones that we just recently met within the last, I don't know, half a year. So Spirit Squad had one secret weapon, Dolph Ziggler. Okay. 13 Scorpion. Killer Bees versus the Murder Hornets. Oh my. I actually just saw a meme and it said the the Murder Hornets actually had their first victim, and they showed a picture of them, and the caption says the girlfriend said that he was looking for her lost ring, and it actually was a picture of Macaulay Culkin with all the bee stings from My Girl. It was actually in like a breaking news meme. It was pretty good. I wonder if anybody will actually catch on that it was a My Girl reference, or if that's going to go viral and people are going to be like, oh, the Murder Hornets have already claimed their first victim. 13 Scorpio said there will be a team. So I'm assuming by the name of the Murder Hornets. So for those that don't know, the Murder Hornets are invasive species from Asia, and they are a hornet that goes in there and kills a whole beehive. And they have 2-inch stingers. And if you personally get stung by more than a couple of them, you're probably not going to make it. So they take on about 50 or 60 humans a year there, they say. So that better be a really bad team, like Viking Warriors-esque, that has the name the Murder Hornets. But, you know, they do decapitate the bees. So I don't know how they're going to do that in wrestling. Okay, so this cruiserweight match is going on here on NXT. Let's see what we have on. That figures. Let's see. Trying to change the channel and my batteries went. It's always something. I should probably be a little bit more prepared. So Atlas just did a dive through the ropes on Toshida. So Fortnite play. Another good dream match would be Eddie Guerrero versus AJ Styles. You got me on that one. That would definitely be a pretty interesting dream match right there. So if you guys have a dream match, you know, let me know what your dream match would be. Or if you can think of some more good ones. All right. Wow. Okay. So Kushida actually got a submission out of nowhere there. So TGRYZE, what do you think about if they ever include Chris Benoit's videos? That's a tough one. I just talked to somebody about that recently. That's very interesting, actually, because I know some of the wrestlers were complaining that they had really great matches. Some of their favorite matches were against Benoit, and they're not seen on the network. You know, I mean, what happened. Will he ever be in the Hall of Fame? I don't think that would ever happen where he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. You can't strike him from the books like he never existed. A lot of the people coming up were inspired by people like Eddie Guerrero or Chris Benoit, just because it did end tragically. And if all the science was done correctly and his brain was like the 80-year-old Alzheimer's patient, I mean, you can't really, you know, he did it, he's guilty, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like he was in his right state of mind either. So it's a tragedy, but I do think they should probably at least put the videos out there on the network. People want to see it, so they're going to find it. So you might as well have it on there. So yeah, that's my thought on Chris Benoit's videos. So TG said true. I know for me personally, the WWE 2K20 game, I downloaded it. It was horrible, but I did download Chris Benoit, so I could use him in matches. You know, if we just took out that last day of his life, he did a lot of great things in wrestling. So. So my battery's out on my controller. I'm going to step away for just 1 second to grab some batteries so I can let you guys know what's on AEW right now. I'll be back in 10 seconds.
slow the gum line to neutralize harmful plaque bacteria and help reverse early gum damage. Gum Detoxify from Crest. Every day, women get their best ideas in the shower. Caress and immerse your senses with silk extract and floral oil essence. Get it on skin and let your mouth happen. Caress inspirations.
All right. Let's see what's going on AEW here.
New Magnum ice cream, double sea salt caramel, caffeine aids people. Magnum ice cream.
These days, we've got new routines.
Okay.
AEW's on commercial. Okay, Fortnite plays. So, never answered his question. How many matches did I win against my brother, and how many did he win? Well, if we're thinking about just on the indie scene, I think I wrestled him 3 or 4 times, and I maybe 5, and it's probably 3 victories to me and 2 victories to him. Now, if you talk about our whole life, because me and him have been going at it, you know, before he ever went to train with the Hardys, we've been going at it since we were little kids. Then the number is, you know, way more in my favor. But on the indie scenes, he's cheated me a couple times. So he had a manager, Vic the Stick, threw me off a ladder when I was climbing it. So yeah, that's my brother for you. He's a cheater. It's a no good cheater. He wouldn't beat me if he didn't have some outside help. So, but that's okay, because as you see, this right here, SSW champion. I'm a 2-time champion. The only time he had it was because I couldn't make the show. So he won his match, and then guess what? They cashed in, and he lost it within 10 seconds. So, and me, I'm a 2-time SSW heavyweight champion. So, TG says maybe it wasn't his idea. Maybe it was his manager's idea. That's true. That could be. That could be, but I'm not sure that he ever beat me clean. I wasn't in my prime in that video that we showed there for my son's birthday, but as you see, if you watch that video, you know, I gave it to him good. So if he ever wants to come out of wrestling, you know, I got this nice shiny belt that I'm always looking to defend and promote. TG, that's cool background history.
Okay, well, I know it's tough.
All right, so AEW, we got Taz on the mic, and he's doing an interview with Darby Allin. Great talent. In the history, like just watching AEW and getting introduced to Darby Allin, definitely think the best years are yet to come from him. It's got like this cool gimmick going on. The half face paint actually takes me back to when I first started wrestling. I rocked the half of face paint as well. So, you know, that's the one cool thing about watching wrestling and doing wrestling. And if you see me, you can obviously go, okay, earlier years I was inspired by this, or later years I was inspired by that. And then eventually you just kind of come into your own and create your own character. So, but you can still see like, hey, who are they inspired by? So next week, MJF, first match since his injury. I believe it was a hand injury. Fortnite plays. On a side note, what's your favorite UFC fighter of all time? You know, that's a tough one. I guess I would have to say I'm a huge fan of George St. Pierre. He wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the baddest. But personally, I think he just had it, you know, hardworking. Seemed like the fame didn't really go to his head at all. He was a smart fighter, not always the most entertaining and flashy. So I would definitely have to go with George St. Pierre on that one. So next week they have looks like a 4-way tag women's match. Oh, 13 Scorpio. So I've known him for many years. He would have guessed Arlovsky. Andre Arlovsky was definitely a beast in his prime. And I did steal his entrance music for my own for a little bit there. You have the Pitbull, Andre Arlovsky. So, yeah, that's a good one. But I would still have to stick with George St. Pierre. I did like Arlovsky, but he did kind of fall off there. And, you know, I would just say because St. Pierre's been my favorite for so long. So, AEW, we have Jericho coming out right now with Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager. I'm actually excited. I actually do like Fozzy. I like that his band does. So excited. Hopefully this virus will get behind us and I'll be able to see him in August. All right, NXT. See what we have going on here. All right, my brother might disagree with me on this one, but what is this guy's name? Grimes. Yeah, Cameron Grimes. So my brother actually trained with Cameron Grimes many years ago, and actually when Cameron Grimes was just breaking into the business. So my dad was actually friends with him. It's interesting to see that he went to TNA and now he's in NXT, but I personally don't think there's anything about Cameron Grimes, but it's just kind of interesting, the people that you meet in the business that eventually go on to do stuff like that. Okay, Cameron Grimes made short work of his opponent. It wasn't a no-name guy, but I don't get the Cameron Grimes. If anybody else is watching this and they understand Cameron Grimes, please let me know what the hype is all about. I know this week I really wasn't going to kind of put somebody on blast like that because after last week, you know, what was it, the Mac? People really didn't seem to like that comment, so.
I mean, look at this. I deserve better than this.
TG, there's no hype. Okay.
He has right now. Now, Finn Balor was out here. He said, if you
Yeah, I don't know. This Cameron Grimes.
you come for him.
So TG, it says it's all about who his dad was and the Hardys. Okay.
Cameron Grimes was to come at Finn Balor. Cameron Grimes will walk right up
So
and stand him right in the
Cameron Grimes is actually calling out Finn Balor. So Cameron Grimes, I know my brother trained with them, showed him some things. So was he trained by the Hardys? If you know that, TG, let me know. Tracy Lee. All right, Balor's calling him out, saying, you said you're going to slap me in the face. Slap face then. All right, now he's getting wet. So TG has some good insight here. He was trained by Chester Jones and the Hardys. Okay. Chester Jones, I believe, is what I'll have to do some investigating on that one, but I believe that's what my brother was wrestling down in North Carolina as, is Chester Jones. All right, Balor just left them beat up and laying outside the ring. AEW is on commercial here, so far I would definitely have to say NXT is actually finally has a better product this week, so that's interesting. Doc Foley was the boss down where they were training at, so he was the promoter. TG, you say there's no hype behind him, but you seem to hopefully know a lot about him. So, looks like we'll be getting ready for that Velveteen Dream Adam Cole heavyweight title match. We already saw Charlotte defeated, or actually she lost to Io Shirai via DQ this evening. So, Chester Jones held out of Wisconsin somewhere. So, yeah, Chester Jones, one of the many names my brother wrestled under. Kid Brooklyn, a few, AJ Hughes. Probably my favorite name that my brother took when he was wrestling. So, Chester Jones. If I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have. Like, come on, you got to get a better name than that. AWA Power Pro Wrestling was the federation that Cameron Grimes came out of. So down in North Carolina, in case anybody was wondering. Thanks, TG, for that info. Okay, so let's talk about this before this match happens. We got Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream. We have Fortnite plays. He originally said Velveteen Dream. Now he thinks Cole. Adam Cole. Anybody think that Velveteen Dream's going to come up with it? And if he doesn't, who's the guy that you guys think is going to beat Adam Cole eventually? So, and then on AEW, we have, okay, so there's that tag match going on. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. We got Matt Hardy. Speaking of the Hardys, we got Matt Hardy teaming with Kenny over here on AEW right now against Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara is kind of like an MJF to me. One that I could not stand starting out, but he really plays the gimmick so well. Guevara is a talented guy. I think he's got some years of improving to do because he's such a young guy, but I think he's got it. He kind of reminds me of a more flashy, arrogant Randy Orton. So once he develops into that a little bit more, I think he's definitely going to be a threat over here on AEW. So Fortnite Plays says if Adam Cole wins, then I think the next person should be Tommaso Ciampa. Okay, Fortnite Plays has some knowledge here. Okay. All right, so Hardy and Jericho are fighting up on the entrance tunnel here. So the one thing I am shocked watching AEW that I thought for sure they might actually get one of the some of the release superstars. I wouldn't probably bring any of the big names back until you get the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view, that's probably when if I was a promoter, I'd probably be bringing some of those names back. Fortnite Plays. All right, I think we're going to disagree on this one. He thinks Jericho should hang up the boots, and so should. I think there's a place for both of them, but Jericho week, I think he is one of the most, some people might think overrated. I think underrated. How he has been in the business for, I remember watching him in the cruiserweight division in WCW mid 90s with people like Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and Dean Malenko. And he has managed to change the game up, change his image up. Yeah, is he a little bit older? Sure. Is he as agile as he used to be? No. But he's always changing up his appearance. He was just at the top of the heap here in AEW. He also has a podcast out there. He has a Jericho Cruise, the rock and wrestling, so where it's rock music and wrestling all mixed into one. Last time I checked, they are planning on doing a third one. So maybe one of these, maybe we get lucky here. Maybe I'll do a live from the rock and wrestling tour. That would be cruise. That would be pretty cool. Fortnite plays. Oh, he's very creative. I think he should lean more towards a manager state. Okay. There's a lot of people that should hang up the boots and they don't. I'm going to disagree. I think Jericho, he can still do what he has to do. He just doesn't have to be, he just has to change up his wrestling style, and I think he does it very well. I think he's way too entertaining of a character to hang up the boots. I think that would be a loss for wrestling. I don't know if anybody else besides Fortnite, we got his opinion on it. What does everybody else think? Jericho, should he hang up the boots? I definitely don't think so. I think he has a little bit left. Hardy, on the other hand, I think it's closer for his retirement than it is Jericho's. Snapdragon from Omega on Guevara. Jericho has the baseball bat that he brought out with him and is now beating him down. So for me, right now, I'm super excited about that match, but I'm going to tune in to see NXT to let you guys know what's up. Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole match. Velveteen is just rolling around the ring, being the Dream. Looks like he got some different gear, maybe made a little bit differently, so that's good. Fortnite Plays says, I don't think so. So, I believe that's in reference to Jericho. So there's about 14 minutes left in these shows. So I believe that this is the main event, which I think both shows put up a heck of a main event. I would have to say, though, the better show so far would... Oh, I'm sorry. TG said Fortnite Plays. I don't... So he doesn't think that Jericho should hang it up. Thanks for correcting me, TG. So right now, I don't know if I had to pick. If you're both of these matches seeing no problem from TG. Thank you for watching. All right, Sammy Guevara on the table. Hardy's on top of a ladder. Body splash. Oh, it was over, but Jake Hager pulled the ref out. He wasn't kicking out of that. Now Omega and Hager are going at it. He just dove over to the top ropes. Hager caught him. Planted Omega face first right across the apron. So they have tables, they got ladders, they got baseball bats in this tag match.
So many of Chris Jericho's matches, and once again proving to be a great asset. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stay with you here in picture.
So AEW is going to commercial right now. They're just doing their main event entrance on NXT. So letting introducing the champion and challenger. I really need to set up so I have 2 TVs. This is the right one, the main event. You got 2 great main events on. Fortnite plays. I would challenge you for the title. All right. Well, once this virus is over, we'll see. It's been a good while since I got to lay the beat down on somebody. All right, so AEW's on commercial right now. Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream just got started over here on NXT. So that's what's going on there on the chat screen. Fortnite just challenged me for my title. So he's not ready. Play some more video games. Fortnite plays. But thank you for tuning in. Oh, I can't take it down off of there. I have my, it's kind of holding those. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I take these down and just show off the pops, or is that a good little touch to the backdrop? Fortnite plays challenges me to a buried alive match. Closest I got to was a coffin match. Still have that cable app to bring up the other show on. Yep, I kind of just flick between the 2 shows. I should, maybe next week I'll pull one up on the screen here, so then I can look here and then I can have the TV going right there, and just have them going at both times. I'll play with that here before next Wednesday's show. So every Wednesday, 7:30 to 9. I watch NXT AEW live with you guys so that we can I can let you guys know what's going on. So if you're like, I don't know what show to watch. And then also we have live conversation of wrestling and whatever else. We never know where this conversations will go. So, bring on the questions and I'll answer them. So Fortnite plays. Just kidding. Keep up the good work. Love the show. Thank you, Fortnite Plays. Just starting out this channel here about a month ago, so trying to still learn and figure this out and pair this with the Instagram and, so at Fate Club. Fate Club is also on Facebook, so actually, no, Facebook is John Fate. That's my personal wrestling one, so, but I always post when I have a new video. So you guys let me know what you guys want to see on here. If you guys like these live videos on Wednesday where I'm kind of watching AEW and NXT together, let me know if you guys like that. If you guys like the unboxing, you want to see more matches that I'm in. We have that one that was actually just a personal show that I did here at the house for my son's birthday. Stuff that I've done in the recent years are definitely some of my better stuff that I've done. You guys let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try to make it happen. So I have some more unboxings coming. We have a live chat coming up here this weekend, talking about Money in the Bank. So you guys can tune in for that. All right, AEW, they are fighting out in the what would be crowd area. There's people out there. So they got the Jacksonville Jaguars ice bucket. There's a little golf cart they're fighting in front of. So all heck is just breaking loose on AEW. And this is one of the great things about the show. So I can tell you guys what you guys should tune in, and you guys can decide what to tune into. Me personally, if I wasn't doing this, I would be watching this AEW match. And maybe, go back and watch the Dream match later. But I kind of want to know the belts on the line over there. But all heck is breaking loose. I'm a sucker for the unconventional wrestling when it breaks out. Okay, Guevara just no way. All right, Guevara just ran Omega's head into the ATM machine, and then money came. Like money was in there, so he took it and then put it in his pocket. And so, all right, man, all heck is breaking loose on AEW. Then what I'll do after the show is I'll go back and watch both of them. What's your best wrestling game minus WCW Nitro? No, I would have to say the WCW, NWO, Revenge, and the ones for the Nintendo 64. I mean, I don't know if I those games lasted for years for me, and even now to this day, I'll go back and play some of those. I actually have my 64 actually right here within arm's reach, so I'll go back and play some of those with some, GoldenEye or something like that. But the WCW games for the Nintendo 64, man, they were pretty awesome. There was one WWE game where they had the 24/7 title. That stuff was kind of cool, but unfortunately nowadays it's more of the same game. They should probably just stop making. I know they're not making one this year. I do like the WWE All-Star game though. That was not the best game, but I just like the concept, the over-exaggerated moves and over-exaggerated look. 007 GoldenEye was awesome, especially the hidden room in the Golden Gun. Again, those I remember being a little kid and having kids, just we'd all be down in the basement and playing for hours, playing these wrestling, playing GoldenEye, or doing backyard wrestling, which don't do that at home. You get hurt. All right, so Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, they're putting on a good match over there. Omega has a wet floor sign that he just shattered over Jericho's back. Man. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but Matt Hardy was actually in the ice bin or in the ice cooler. Kind of opened up and he just pops out the ice cooler. Now he's in the golf cart.
He's going to try this stuff there. Put it in gear. I need you to document these events.
Okay, he's trying to start the golf cart. So if you're not watching it, AEW, all heck is breaking loose. Matt Hardy is speeding off somewhere in a golf cart right now. And he just hit Jericho with it. So Jericho looks like he moved right in the nick of time. Fortnite plays. Don't forget about Mario Kart. That was a great game. Cannot Kart. That one's actually a game that I think they always actually seem to improve on. And 13 Scorpio, NWO Revenge, hands down. Yeah, NWO hands down. Just pulled out a game just to see what I had. WCW Mayhem, not a good one. WCW Nitro, Mr. Fortnite plays. There you go, right there. And the rest is in a case, so I can't really see some. The only other one I have right there is Pokemon Stadium. So I'm a sucker for the Pokemon games. All right, so Jericho's on a table. Hardy is punching him, holding him down. I think he's telling them they got a scissors lift right there. So Kenny Omega is actually getting inside the scissors lift. Okay, he is taking it up. Okay, Jake Hager is beating up Hardy and saving Jericho. So Kenny is on top. What the heck? Oh my. He just stood on top of on the rails of the scissor lift. Definitely not OSHA approved there. And hit a backflip on all three of them. So, I mean, it was a great backflip. Omega's going for the one-wing angel. Santino and Ortiz are coming out, and now they're beating them up. Now it's just a complete beatdown. Pro Wrestling on NES, close second from 13 Scorpio. Fortnite Plays, I forgot about that one. That's a good one. Referencing NWO Revenge. Jake Hager. They're doing a little shield there. Just put Hardy powerbomb through the table. All right, I was a little focused, a little heavy there on AEW, and all right, so I tuned back over. It looks like Undisputed Era interfered in the match and helped Adam Cole pick up the victory. They did say he is now the longest reigning. They're showing a replay here. So Undisputed Era comes out. So the Dexter Lumis actually showed up. And he actually, okay. So he's actually beating up the Undisputed Era. You see that Dexter Lumis, he threw one of the Undisputed Eras into the referee. Dream hits the elbow drop. The Purple Rainmaker. Looks like he has him for the 3, but the ref is out. And as officials come into, Adam Cole hits him with the super kick. And then hits him with the last shot for the victory. So, again, Adam Cole is the winner on NXT. So it looks like they were at the TIAA Bank Field on AEW, and they left everybody laying. The Inner Circle did. So, yeah, that was the 2 shows there. So, if anybody else has anything they want to talk about, I'll give them a minute. Well, I just kind of, I guess, talk about something. And if not, we'll wrap this live feed up. And then, like I said, later this week, we'll do a live Saturday. We will go live to talk, most likely live, to talk about the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view. That's going to be this Sunday. So, thank you. Oh, thank you. I had a fun quote. The Raven, nevermore. Okay. Oh, thank you. I had fun. Quote the Raven, nevermore. All right. I can get behind that. For those that know, when I first started, I came out with a chair, and I had an Ankh painted on there, and I was doing drop toe hold on there because of Raven. TG, thank you. This was awesome. Need more conversion. COVID. This topped it. I appreciate your interaction. I actually like doing the live so that we can get the chats in there, and as we get more people, tuning in. So today was pretty good. And then, so everybody knows there. Here's my flag back here. Fate Club. That's the channel name, Fate Club. And 13 Scorpio reminded me, hey, you guys, what is the first rule of Fate Club? You always talk about Fate Club. So punch that like button, share, tell a friend. Let's get the views up. Let's get more questions, and let's make it more fun and interactive. And let's build this thing. As I build it, I'm going to give back to you guys. So let's, this is your channel as well as mine. So that's why it's so interactive, because your voice is heard here. So again, that's the 2 shows tonight. We'll be doing it again next Wednesday. And we got some other things coming up this week. So tune in, watch the videos, like, subscribe, and tell somebody. So until next time. that's our stream today. So, all right. Remember, first rule of Fake Club: talk about Fake Club. Fake Club out.